bankrupt. Democrats, how dare you send money to another country when just in my personal life it's like, I don't know, 30 people or something suffering from poverty so fucking bad in America that I would say their wars are worse than that their lives are worse than the Israel-Palestine conflict. The stuff that they have to deal with in the ghetto, and the drugs that they're addicted to, and the poverty that they're subjected to, and the lack of care, and the prison times, and all the shit that you did to Americans with your fucking fascism, right? And you send money to fucking Israel. I know it's a right-wing point of view, but I mean, it's a leftist point of view, though. It's a crying, bleeding heart liberal point of view. You know it is. We got problems at home, and you send your money to women overseas or whatever the fuck. I'm sorry, but that's how it feels. You paying some women overseas. It's like, because that's how it feels. It's like they hit you with their it's literally like America got hit with a sorrow, you know, with a sob story, and then we send money. And I want to send money, but the difference is we don't get to send money until we take care of the problems here. You know, we don't get to send money to some fucking country until I don't know anybody who's dying of poverty in America, right? I know some people dying of poverty in America. Are you sending them money? I know it's not the usual liberal point of view. I don't care. Most liberals just say, go help them, go help them, go help them. They need it, right? My thing is no, go help our people. Our people need it. And that's a liberal point of view from my fucking perspective, not a right-winger. Right-winger wants to fucking just go back to country so we don't fucking get a nuclear war because they caused this problem. Left-wingers thinking about, yeah, why are you sending money over there when I've got a cousin or a brother dying of drug addiction in the ghettos of Chicago? I don't understand why the fuck you're sending money over there, and I have a serious issue with it.
Peace between Israel and its Palestinian neighbors, a peace that is defensible. Mr. President, you are the leader of a great people, the American people, and I'm the leader of a much smaller people.
Your people are great as well. Please say it.
Great people. It's a great people.
Your people are as great as well. Please say it.
It's the ancient nation of Israel, and you know, we've been around.
Yes, an ancient nation of Israel. You guys are truly great. You're greater than us. We've only been around for 300 years. You guys have been around for 300 million. And that's actually something Americans should understand. We should support Israel and Palestine. They've been around for 300 million years. We've been around for 300. It's serious. It's you think I'm kidding? No, we don't have the world history like they do. We go meddling as the 17-year-old child on the corner. We're like the white kid on the corner who's like, peace everybody, peace, or whatever, and you have no fucking idea what their 300 million year old conflict actually is. You're so stupid. And I really wish you wouldn't fucking play with those kids on the playground. Just be friendly with them and wave at them in school and say, hi, heart sign. We wish you no ill. I see that you're in the same school as me, this cave planet Earth. And we love you as we pass you in the halls and stuff. And keep it like that. Don't be fucking getting up in their fucking fistfights on the playground. Don't be backing them when they lose. Don't be playing this, kibitz that, kibitz this. I'm sick of your bad diplomacy and shit. You get involved in other people's fucking problems, and I know personally people dying of poverty right now in America. I really do. I could list the names that they wouldn't be mad for me. You know, I know people in Colorado right now and in Washington that are dying of poverty right now, and you send money over there on their fucking conflict. I guess you got to show Israel that you want to pick sides. How about picking the sides of American people first? How much money did we send to Israel? It's like, how much cookies in the cookie jar did you give Johnny while he was visiting? You know, or whatever. It's like, how many cookies were in the cookie jar before you met Israel, right? How much money did the U.S. give Israel? This is disgusting. Fire the current president, fire the last president, fire the entire Congress. This is disgusting. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. This is like rouse and reason that I was sight on camera for an American revolution to get the fucking leadership out of here who wishes to pay other countries while people in America starve and die in the streets of drug addiction and fucking poverty. I cannot believe this. This is the greatest sin. Oh, no, it's not. That'd be Hiroshima. This is the second greatest fucking sin America's ever fucking committed. And I'm not talking about Israel. I'm talking about all the aid to all the other countries who are in America, while we have fucking people here who can't get an education, can't get a good fucking college, can't get a fucking food. You want to meddle with fucking foreign countries? I say fuck you. Get out of the fucking White House now. Get out of the White House now. You do not represent us. I am not represented. You do not represent us. You represent paying those bitches. You represent paying those people overseas. That's what you represent. And this is disgusting. I don't care if it's Israel or fucking like Canada. I don't care who it is. It could be Canada. I don't fucking care. Giving this much money to somebody else when I personally know this many problems on our own borders is the worst thing I've ever seen America fucking do, short of the fucking Hiroshima bomb. And it's about of almost the same sort of like disaster level kind of. I cannot believe you gave our money like this. 20 billion fucking dollars to some foreign country, Israel or not. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like when I think of helping Israel, I think of, yeah, we spent $20 billion on our own military, and now we have a better military than Israel, and we could send them over there for you if you need our help and stuff. What I don't think of is giving them a fucking check for $20 fucking billion over 50 years. And I'm sorry, I know that's a fucking conservative point of view. I know they need help, but I cannot believe how base that is. You live in a ghetto in America and tell me this is acceptable. This is not acceptable. I want the Democrats and the Republicans done in this country. I want them out of Washington now. This is unacceptable. You killed our people. You killed our people. I'll hit you in a court with it. You killed our people. You gave our money to somebody else. This is our family, motherfucker. Look for your own. What the fuck are you giving that money to somebody else for? Yeah, if we got no problems in America, give them money. But we got a lot of problems in America. Look at what happened to fucking Detroit. And I'm sorry, I know it's a right-wing point of view. That's conservative or whatever. But I think most liberals in the world would actually agree with me. Why did you give that much money to a country that isn't your own? You like paying for other countries? You piece of shit government? You like paying for other countries in the last 70 years? Get out of my government. I can't believe you did that. I had no clue you did it. I heard words in the news in the last couple of weeks, hints in the news that you kind of wrote a big check to Israel. And I'm cool with that. You know, I'm cool that you did it. It's your business. It's your government. You run it how you want to. I'm not questioning your fucking authority. What I'm saying is it's morally reprehensible. You go to Detroit and you tell me paying Israel that money was acceptable. Unacceptable. You look out for your fucking own. You want to pay other people when America is what it's like right now? I want you out of here, both parties. I want you out of here. You mismanaged. Get the fuck out of here. I'll take a libertarian over you. You mismanaged. You killed this country. You killed this country. Watching you pay that much money to Israel. How much money did we pay Britain? How much money did we pay Britain in the last 50 years? How much money has the U.S. given Britain in the last 75 years or whatever? Lend-Lease, right? No. It's, how much aid did the U.S. give to Britain? We have traitors running our government who have absolutely no interest in the U.S. public's interest, who have given all of our money to foreign fucking people who don't give a shit what happens to us, and they have destroyed our country, and they have destroyed our government, and they must be gone, both the Republicans and the Democrats. Get them the fuck out of here. Run 15 parties and see which one wins or something, but I want those two parties the fuck out of here. I can't believe you did this. Democrat or Republican, I can't believe either of you did this. You've been doing it. You've been doing it for a long time. I cannot believe you did that. I cannot believe you did that. You hide it from us. You hide it from us because you know we'd never vote for you if we knew. You gave $400 billion to Britain. Britain can fend for itself. We love Britain. Britain made us who we are. Sure, back them if someone attacks them. But do not send money to any foreign country, or I will never vote for you or anyone who represents a party you run with. Do not ever send American aid to another fucking foreign country with the messes we have right here, right now. Apparently, the rich government just doesn't remember what a ghetto in Chicago looks like. But you send fucking $400 billion to Britain? I don't care if it's right or not. It's not right to do it. No. You want to know what I want to hear is, oh, America's like Sweden and the happiness index is off the charts and all the kids are in school and everybody's happy and got jobs and everybody's thriving and the middle class isn't dead and we got no problems. We got a lot of money and stuff. Remember like 1950s US or whatever, right? You want to know why it's not 1950s US anymore? It's because you sent $400 billion to Britain. I can't believe you sent my money to fucking Britain. Britain. And I love Britain, you know? I love the UK. Got no issue with them. Got a lot of UK friends and stuff. But when I think of the Chicago ghetto I lived in Long Beach for 5 years. Long Beach ghettos. I think of the ghettos on East Colfax in Denver. And I think of like the poverty I've seen in just this country and the ravages and the crackheads and the prostitutes and the problems and yeah, it's because you sent $400 billion to Britain. And I wish the U.S. government to die now. Both sides of them. Republican and Democrat. I can't believe you did this. It's like witnessing your parents kill someone else's parents or something like that. You're like, I can't believe you did this and I'll never back you in anything you ever did again. I can't believe you did this. And I know it's a conservative point of view, but they've got a point about that. You gave so much fucking money to people who don't live here. It's like America is Captain Save-A-Ho. You made America into Captain Save-A-Ho while our cousins die in the ghetto. I cannot believe you did this. I'm so angry at you. I will never vote for you again. I cannot believe it. When you see truths that you see that are self-evident, that you gave all of America's money to foreign interests, I will never vote for a Republican or a Democrat again. You know what I'm saying? When 4 years comes around here and they want me to vote for some Democrat again, I'm going to be like, no, we gave $500 billion to foreign countries in the last 50 years. I cannot support an American politician any longer. They wish us to die and the people who don't live here to have more money than us. I don't like Obama. I don't like fucking Trump. I don't like these American presidents. Not that I care about those fucking figurehead puppets. Don't give a shit about them. I'm talking about their cabinets. Their fucking cabinets gave away what's 1,000 billions? It's a gazillion, isn't it? They gave a gazillion dollars to foreign countries when we have our cousins dying in our ghettos here. It's the worst thing I've ever witnessed in my entire fucking life, which is saying a fucking lot. I cannot believe you did that. And I wish to see you hung by a noose in the center of Potomac Square. I cannot believe you did that. I didn't know. I never would have ever paid attention to you. We're going to get off them now. These are traitors. All these people are traitors. I will not witness them or vote for them or ever deal with them again. I'm sorry. And it's simple. You come to that and you're like, oh, yeah, you've been paying how many hoes overseas? Oh, you got a problem. You got a problem. You've been paying these hoes overseas? America, you've been paying these hoes overseas? Instead of taking care of your fam in the ghetto? Because we're your fam in the ghetto. I live off of $7,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? While you give $100 billion to fucking Britain. Britain can fend for itself. Remember how we kind of fought them in a war once? Britain can fend for its fucking self. I love my British people, and I know they've got problems, and I know Jerusalem and Israel's got problems, and Palestine's got problems, and Ukraine's got fucking problems. America's got problems. And when you have an organization, you take care of your organization and your family first before you go looking to love others. And I think of the people dying on Skid Row in LA. And then I read that you sent $100 billion to Britain before the people in Skid Row. And I don't want you in my government anymore. I believe you're traitors. I think you're aliens sent to kill us or something. Because you've been paying these hoes overseas, and you've been listening to E40 talk about Captain Save-A-Ho for 25 fucking years, but you've been getting in 20-year-long wars overseas with idiots. You are an idiot. You've been getting in like $100 billion donations to Britain and shit like this. You paying a Britain hoe? You paying a Britain hoe while your cousins die in the ghetto? You paying some hoe overseas while your cousins down the street die of starvation and fucking drug addiction and problems and shit? Are you paying somebody overseas while your nephew's scoring heroin in the Austin ghetto? You're traitors. I want you out of here, and I'll cite it in court when I use the court to kill you. You are provably traitors. Cannot believe you did that, and that is the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life, hands down. Thank you for, like, honestly, the sheer honesty of the atrocities that the American government has committed in the last 50 years in terms of the public, American public. And I think, oh my God, like, what did we do? What did we let the government do? I had no idea. When I think of foreign aid, I was thinking they were going to say, like, maybe $1 billion. But they sent our entire bank to a foreign country. Does Britain own America? Because Britain better own America. You're paying them a master's debt. You're paying them $100 billion. Now in World War II, that was fine, but I specifically looked at the last 75 years. We're talking post World War II. What happened here? You paid complete strangers instead of your own kids. And I want you out of here, you're traitors. $100 billion to Britain in the last 75 years. You know what I think $100 billion might go better for? Fixing Chicago. Making sure every last kid in that city has an education and not a pistol. Making sure every last one of them isn't wanting for food each day, and, you know, not killing each other on the streets for black tar fucking heroin cut with your bullshit fentanyl fucking big pharma schemes. And your, opioid crisis bullshit, right? And I think about the $100 billion that you sent to Britain and the $40 billion that you sent to fucking Israel. And I love Israel, and I understand why you did it, but I don't condone it. That $140 billion is pretty much the heart and soul of America. And you killed us. And now I want a January 6th every year until you're dead. You gave all our money to foreign countries. I guess I'm a conservative at heart. They say a liberal is a conservative who's never been robbed, right? Well, yeah, I got robbed by the conservatives, and all of my money got sent to foreign countries. So now I'm not a liberal anymore. Yeah, not good. I'll finish that video and I'll pay attention to them because they want me to. But I don't have any faith in them anymore. I've been scared to look at what I looked at tonight for a long, long time. You know, a long, long time. And when I did, I was sickened to my soul. When I think of Uvalde, Texas, and the things that led up to it, which is really, our youth is not getting the attention that they need, isn't it? They're in these packed 45 person classrooms. No one's special, no one's unique. They're all pissed at each other because they're trapped in there like some kind of fucking battle royale, right? And so then you go to Uvalde, Texas, and I really feel like the poverty led to that. And your stealing and sending money overseas to foreign governments led to that. And I think the Republicans are absolutely just as guilty. I think they did it too. I think that both parties are essentially an inside plant in this country to kill the U.S. public and give all of our money to our enemies. And I want the U.S. government gone. You send more than $100 billion to a foreign country, I want you dead. I want you out of here. I can't believe you did that. Walk through any ghetto in any major city in Colorado or even the whole world, and I cannot believe you committed that fucking atrocity. I don't care what their foreign war problems are. I don't care. They don't live here. They're not our family. They're not our cousins dying in the American ghettos and shit. What the fuck happened to you? You gave our money to Britain? To Britain. I cannot believe you. You are wicked. The entirety of both parties are wicked. Excise them like cancers. I don't know what the answer is. Don't act like I do. Don't believe I do. You know, I don't know what the answer is, but it's not the Democrats or the Republicans. I want them out of here now. I can't believe they did that over the last 50 years. It's like discovering that when you go to check your bank account a few weeks later, they blew $100 billion out of your bank account, paying somebody you never met before. That's our money, motherfucker. You gave it to Britain? You gave $100 billion to Britain. I want you to hang in Central Square. I want you to hang in Madison Gardens for all of the country to see. You are traitors. You are not Americans, or you never would have done that. You haven't visited your constituency in the ghettos yet, I guess, or you never would have sent that money away. I can't believe you did that. And I want you hung in Times Square. Friends like the US government, huh? With friends like you. Who needs enemies? I can't believe it. That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And I'm not exaggerating like some streamer speech about it, being hyperbolic or whatever. No, that is literally the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Rape, murder, side, all the criminal cases and the fucking murder porn that I watch, right? Never heard anything as terrible as what I just heard tonight. You sent $100 billion to Britain in the last 50 years? You're a traitor. I don't remember being consulted about that in my 40 years. I don't remember anybody telling me we were sending $100 billion to Britain. I don't remember anybody saying anything about that. It wasn't on the ballots. Nobody said, "Oh, here's the Britain tax to help Britain." I think I remember that in no, I don't remember bailing. I don't. Why would Britain need to be bailed out? Are they in a war? Brexit? Why would Britain need to be bailed out by the American government? I want the leadership out of the White House. I want the Republicans and Democrats gone. They've killed us. They killed us 25 years ago. I want these murderers out of here and prosecuted. I won't vote for you till you do. And I'm sure a lot of other people won't either. Prosecute these criminals. I can't believe you gave $100 billion to Britain. You are a criminal. You're a traitor. I would see you hung in Times Square. I've thought of, like, famous American traitors, right? Not like you. Famous American traitors, right? They aren't famous like you. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the most famous American traitor is the U.S. government. I can't believe you sent $100 billion to Britain. Fucking Britain. I will never vote for you again. Neither party. I swear to God, on my father's grave, I'm not voting again. I'm done with you. I'm done with you killing my country and selling my people out, watching people starve to death on heroin in the fucking streets while you send money to foreign countries. I don't like either party. You guys are traitors. Get the fuck out of here. You've killed this country, and I every day that you sit in that presidency, whether it's Democratic or Republic, is to me traitorism. It's like traitorism. It's like we had a coup d'etat when you took over, and you only did a bipartisan thing, and then you started sending how many $500 billion to all the foreign countries of the world, and that's not a democratic thing. That's both of you. That's both of you did that. I'm sure you probably asked us on some of it, but I don't think you asked us about this. If Americans were directly asked, would you be willing to pay $100 billion to Britain over a 75-year period? They would say no, and any American leadership that would ever propose to do so is a traitor. Britain is not America. I watch the poor people live in fucking Airstreams in the Walmart fucking parking lots. And I think about how Britain got $100 billion. And I'm like, I love that we supported our friends, I guess, because that's all I can do at this point. You didn't give me a choice. You just did it. So now I've got to love that we helped Britain, I guess. Because we weren't asked. And I want you out of here, traitors. I don't remember ever hearing that in any news cycle ever in my entire life. Yeah, we gave $100 billion to Britain. Did you know? No, I didn't know that. And I want the government that did it out of here.
A2 Brute, welcome to Watch.
This is dumb. I wanted American traitors, and you hit me with traitors of history. I'm looking for actual, like, the biggest traitors in American history. American traitors in American history, because they're not as bad as you. They're not as bad as the U.S. government. The ultimate traitor is the U.S. government. How dare you send $100 billion to Britain? I'll take $100 billion and kill all of you before I'll do that. You gave $100 billion to Britain? Oh my God. To fucking Britain. Couldn't it be Somalia? You gave Britain $100 billion? You know, the country that basically ran the world the last 4,000 years? The Anglo-Saxon Empire. You paid out $100 billion to the Anglo-Saxon Empire in the last 300 years? I can't believe you. I wish to see you strung up in Times Square. I can't believe you. Why did you lie to us? Why did you lie to us about this? It's the worst epiphany I've ever come to. Why did you do this? Traitors in American history. They don't rival you. They didn't cause us damage like you did. I can't think of a traitor that caused us as much damage as you did. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, we'll watch the biggest traitors in history. I don't really want to.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 traitors in history.
They aren't going to rival you. None of these top 10 are going to rival the U.S. government. We have had a rogue syndicate send all of our money to the richest person in the world. It is literally a destruction of our country. We have been killed by our government.
What happened?
What happened?
To be honest,
Dude, maybe you might want to tell us you did this.
hell of a birthday.
You gave $100 billion to Britain in the last 80 years. I'm sure it's only $1 billion a year. But I can't believe you did that. I would see you hung in Times Square. You are a traitor. You killed us. You killed the American public. George Washington is literally an atomic bomb in his grave because he's invented perpetual motion with his spinning. You killed us. You killed us. You gave all of our money to people we don't know. You killed us. You've been paying hoes overseas. I had no clue. I mean, I knew, but I didn't really know. Yeah, I'm more conservative than the Republican Party, I guess. Because, yeah, that's a war crime, and I want you prosecuted. Nuremberg was less important than prosecuting you for doing that. You've killed more lives, you've stolen more money, and you've cost us more tears and sorrow than the fucking Holocaust. And American leadership must die now. Not die, excuse me. They must be arrested and face tribunal. All of them. They're traitors. All of them. Anybody who rolls with them. They gave all our money away to Britain. $100 billion to fucking Britain. I would storm the White House myself if I could. I can't believe what you did. I've heard of some atrocity in my life. I've seen some of it. But I think that rivals the Holocaust, what you did there. I think it did as much damage. I think it put as many American lives in jeopardy as the Holocaust. You stole our money and you gave it away to foreign countries. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do about this? Do we prosecute them? I don't remember ever even a single media cycle ever talking about this. They say we spend our money on stupid shit, but they don't say we gave $100 billion to the Britain without asking. $50 billion to fucking Israel. Fucking Israel. How about Chicago? How about LA? Get these traitors out of my government now.
Don't despair.
I can't believe you. It'd make Satan spin on his seat. Jump out of his skin. It'd make Satan scream and run what you did with the American government. Hiroshima without our permission. 9/11 without our permission. $100 billion to Britain without our permission. You have killed us, and I want you dead. Now. Yesterday. I want you dead. You killed JFK. You killed John Lennon. You killed MLK. The American government is the worst thing in mankind's history. And I want them dead. Not dead. Disbanded. Prosecuted. In a court of law. So they have their say in court. Like the Nuremberg trials. I think of the atrocities of the Nazis, and I think, man, that's a walk in the park now that I know what the American government's done. And I want you prosecuted.
We're taking a look at the most notorious defectors, turncoats, and double agents.
Yeah, how about the Congress sending $100 billion to Britain? You ever talk about that? Oh, did this spy tell some secrets? Yeah, it probably sucked and got some soldiers killed and stuff. But $100 billion to Britain? Britain.
biblical times to modern times.
When did you last read 1984?
So now I support the Conservative Party, I guess. There's my conversion, right? If they're for dismantling you because you're so spendthrift with the money, I guess I stand with them on that point. You killed us. You killed us. You sent all our money to foreign countries. You killed us. I have a cousin dying in a ghetto right now. You killed us. I can't believe you killed us. I have more reason than most to hate orcs. You killed us. The orcs in our government are more destructive than the orcs in Lord of the Rings.
Actually, quite some time ago.
I
Number
can't
10,
stop being.
Joe
I
Lieber-
can't stop being like. I can't stop being like. I don't know what it is. I can't stop being in shock. I can't believe you did that. I want you dead.
Mr. President, my fourth and final term as a United States Senator will soon come to an end. As I reflect on
Woo!
many emotions,
Get out of here! Get out of here!
We added the applause because there was almost no one in the room.
Hailing from Stamford, Connecticut, this Yale graduate served as State Attorney General from 1983 to 89 and as a senator for almost a quarter century. In 2000, he even ran as the nominee for vice president on the 2000 Democratic ticket.
Good old
with
Republican Party. Oh man, is any of them not like full-blown traitorous criminals?
Al Gore.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm here to support John McCain
because he really thinks that we should have 5 wives.
Country matters more than...
Wouldn't that be cool to have 5 wives? It's every rich white man's dream.
Party.
So, when the staunchly Democratic Lieberman publicly supported Republican John McCain in the 2008...
the Party of Family Values wants people who believe you should have 5 wives to run the country.
Presidential election. Heads snapped in amazement.
My opponent had a pickup truck which went around, followed me everywhere in Connecticut that year, which had 2 replicas, one of President Bush and one of me, and we were embracing each other. And that was just supposed to be enough.
Lieberman angered many in his party with his criticism of Democratic candidate Obama's experience and leadership, and his support of McCain's view of the war on terror.
If you let a dictator mass murder his people and you turn away from it, he's going to keep going.
Lieberman even went so far as to raise questions about Obama's loyalty.
Yes, he's gonna keep going, killing people who don't live in America. I don't like hitting you with the fucking logic and the fucking pragmatism. I'm a glass half full type of guy, you know? The glass is half full of piss, but it's still half full, right? But, if Hitler, it goes unchecked, he goes unchecked. But you still sank us overseas. You sank us for 30 years overseas for World War II, World War I. You sank us for, how long was Vietnam? How long was Afghanistan? Of the last 140 years, the Republicans have descended us into 100 years of war out of the last 140 or something like that. And I just, I don't really value you.
Loyalty to the country, leading some to call him a traitor to his party.
Which party do you feel closer to today?
Well, I actually am most comfortable as an independent, and I think I'm probably reflective of maybe not a majority of people in the country, but a plurality anyway.
Number 9, Benito
This guy's a traitor.
Mussolini.
A traitor. Mussolini is a traitor? How is that a traitor?
Prior to 1914, this Italian political journalist was one of the most prominent members of the Italian Socialist Party. However, in 1914, at the outset of World War I, he publicly denounced socialism, turned his back on the working class, and introduced the fascist movement in Italy.
Oh yeah, but that's not. it is. No, but that's not traitor. That is not a traitor. You guys have been wrong about 2 of these. Is Joseph Lieberman a traitor? I don't believe so. Was Joseph Lieberman convicted of? Was Joseph Lieberman convicted of convicted a traitor? Because I don't think so. No, no. He retired. This is not a traitor, and this is lies. And neither was Miss Mussolini, you fucking idiot. Let's see. No, I don't know. Let's sort by view. Let's see.
Danger Dolan.
Thank you, Danger Dolan. I'd like to sub to your channel, PD.
Outlaws to conniving double agents. We count 15 incredible betrayals, many of which cost lives and changed the...
So, hey, we're the U.S. government, and we paid Britain $100 billion in the last 100 years. Did you know that? No, you've been giving $1 billion a year to Britain? Why? Did you tell us? No, we just figured you never cared enough to even ask. But I don't remember a headline or anybody ever telling me that we sent $100 billion to fucking Britain. Britain can fend for themselves.
The course of history. Number 15.
Britain has many armed forces and many billions of dollars and ran the world for a long time. That's like saying I gave $100 billion to Trump. And I want you guys convicted. I can't believe you did that. Why is this so much of an epiphany for me? Kill the American government.
Mir Jafar was a leader under the Nawab of Bengal. He was considered the last independent ruler of Bengal and rose to power after betraying Nawab Surah ad-Daulah. Mir Jafar made a deal with the British East India Company. Jafar and his cohort...
Don't deal with the British. Where I live, we still have a fort from when we fought Britain. Yeah, remember? Yeah. Hey, number 2, do you agree? I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time that nobody in the world would agree with anything that I'm saying. You know? It's like a phobia, I guess. I'm like, no, I'm just too fucking crazy. Fort Stanwix, right? Fort Stanwix, yeah, Fort Stanwix. I've heard of this, yeah. Let's go look, right? Yeah. And it's like you gave $100 billion to Britain? To fucking Britain. Like, I'm sorry, they're our friends, but okay. Now, my best friend has loaned me $11,000 in his life, and my aunt has loaned me $3,000. This is the total of my debt. I owe $14,000. Well, I owe my mother a lot of money, but I don't, you know, but I help her, you know. Yeah, $11,000, right? Is all I've ever, I'm sorry, it's $14,000. It's $14,000. It's $14,500 is what I owe my, and then another $600. I owe $15,000 to my best friend, my aunt, and one of my inner circle, right? $600 to one of my inner circle. He wanted to pay rent for me one time when I was a heroin junkie, and I blew his money. Well, I didn't blow his money on drugs. I just got evicted from the apartment that I was doing heroin in, and because my girlfriend was a junkie, and she got us kicked out of every single place we've ever been in. It wasn't me. I'm usually sober. I'm like, I'll look the fucking landlord in the eyes and be like, hey, how you doing? And shake their hands and stuff. Be like, hey, this is the money I've got, and talk to them. They like me, but she got kicked out of every place she's ever lived, ever. For 25 years. She's been kicked out of probably thousands and thousands of people's homes and been evicted probably hundreds of times. she's been a heroin junkie she's dead now, but she was a heroin junkie for 13 years, and that's a long time, and she lived a lot of different places because she's a junkie, and she got kicked out of all of them, you know. So I owe my friend $600 because she got us evicted out of the place that he helped me pay for to get into a new place and get off the streets and stop being a fucking worthless heroin junkie on the streets and shit. And now I owe him $600 on that, which to me means I owe him tenfold that. I owe him like $6,000 now, because it's like, you know, I owe him like 10 times what he paid because it's been 5 years or something. You know, like if you had like real interest in to people that you actually love who were trying to help you in your problems and stuff. If I want to pay interest, it's the people that I love, not the banks, you know? So I figure out that I owe my best friend $100,000 because he loaned me $11,000 over 20 years. And I figure out that I owe my aunt $9,000 because she loaned me $3,500. And I figure that I owe my fucking other friend, you know, like fucking 6,000 or something like that. I owe my aunt 30,000. Excuse me. I owe my aunt 30,000, and I owe him like 100, and I owe my other friend like 6,000. Right? If like you consider the interest that it took me how long to pay it. And it's funny because that is one of the things I'm going to do with any streamer money if I ever get it, is pay my debts. As silly as that is. Because without them paying for me to sit there and raid on WoW for 8 years in an apartment, they helped me pay my apartment for 7.5 years. It was $275 a month, and they helped me pay it for both my aunt and my best friend helped me pay rent for 8 years while I raided WoW. That's all I did. Like I'm doing now. You know, just playing video games all day. This is what I did. So now I owe them money, and so that's what all of my money will go towards in the next like 50 years or whatever. And I'm very comfortable with that. Actually, it does not bother me, but it is a large amount. It's actually kind of crazy. At the very least, I have to do the actual amounts themselves that they loaned. You know, if not interest. You know, and so I don't see. As someone who only ever borrowed $15,000, I don't see, and I think about that debt all the time and how bad it is and how much money I've got to pay and all this stuff. It's like 100,000 now if you consider interest, but it's like I owe $15,000 in just the flat fees of what I agreed to repay, and these guys are tossing $100 billion to Britain. And I lie asleep at night thinking about my $15,000 and how it's technically $100,000 if you consider it's been 15 years since I paid it, you know? 15 years since I've given them any money or something like that. And I think about that debt and how I never did make even the $15,000, much less the $100,000. Even when I was dealing drugs, I didn't make $15,000 in one place in one time. I'm even dealing drugs, I didn't do it. Like, you know, I was a good drug dealer, but I was also not trying to get caught. I was more scared of getting caught than I was like of making money. I was more scared to make money than I was to not make it, because like I was like, well, that draws attention, right? I was the most cautious drug dealer you'll ever fucking meet. I took a taxi to every drug deal I ever did, or I had someone else drive, one or the other. So and now, and no matter what, if I had drugs on me, I was in a car that had a taxi medallion, you know, as in someone else is paid to drive the car, not me, really, so they can't search me. It's the taxi driver's car. Do you understand? This is how you be a drug dealer. You pay for taxis, because and at that point the travel is on someone else, isn't it? You know, they can't pull you over and search you for drugs in a taxi, probably not really, because that's a public, you know, fucking conveyance and stuff. So I spent a lot of money paying for taxis when I was a drug dealer just to make $5,000 or whatever it was, because because I've never made any money. So now I'm looking at it like, man, if they ever do help me with money or whatever, if they do pay me, the first $100,000 has to go to just pay the interest on the loans it took to play video games for 8 years when I was 20 years old, you know. 20 to 28, they helped me with rent because I was depressed and I was playing video games. 9/11 had happened and I was just fucking playing video games all day long with a raid of 500 fucking, I mean, the guild was 500 people, but the raid was between, you know, well, really it was between 10 and 40. And 10 to 40 people in my house, and 10 to 40 people on my raid. At all times, I was this extremely social butterfly